concept. Okay, before we discuss about what is everything related to Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, we have so many tools that we need to discuss in this session. Okay, before we go into that, first of all, can you please tell me what are your expectations towards this session? What are the Jenkins, Terraform, Docker, and Kubernetes? So these are the concepts we are discussing in this entire session. Okay. So what are your expectations towards that? So before I go into the expectations, let me introduce about myself. I'm Chaitanya. I will be your trainer for the next 35 to 40 sessions, make it as 35 to 40 hours of sessions. And in these sessions, we will be discussing about the complete end-to-end flow of Terraform, Docker, Kubernetes, and Jenkins. And the next one is I'm an AWS certified. I'm an AWS certified uh, professional, and as well as I'm a certified Kubernetes administrator. So these are the certifications. And when you go back, if you ask me about my other certifications apart from this DevOps course, I have my Microsoft certification. I'm a certified trainer for Microsoft, and as well as I am having the certifications towards server administration. I worked for servers all around 600 servers in a company. So where I used to monitor those servers, manage those servers, maintain those servers. These are my day-to-day routine for all the 600 servers. And later I shifted to AWS cloud environment. So I have my RHEL certifications. So these are the certifications which I have right now. So now, before I go into the main concept of why we need to have Docker and Kubernetes, what is Jenkins, what is Terraform? Can you please introduce about yourself and tell me that what are your expectations towards learning this concept? Why you want to learn Docker and Kubernetes? What are your expectations? And any developer side, any questions? First of all, first we will unlearn. So in IT, we know about this, unlearn the things before learning. Okay, before you are developing a code, so what are the things that you have to unlearn, and then you are going to learn into the main concept. So let us check what are the things that you know, or else what are your assumptions, and then let us clear out all those assumptions, and let us clear out everything. Let us go with a clear mind when we start the concepts. So yeah, so go on with your introduction and just let me know what are your expectations.
Hi Chaitanya, Madan this side.
Hi Madan.
Okay, so I'm working as a data engineer. I have like 7 years of experience in IT industry. So I'm like this is the first time actually I'm not aware about any concepts related to the DevOps. Okay, I wish to learn DevOps. Okay, so as a first step, actually I plan to have this course. Okay, when I go through the course content, actually I have few questions. Can I ask or shall we discuss at the end of the session?
Few questions we will discuss about those things. So any which ways, what are your expectations? Go through those questions, whatever you have. Let me clear out them.
Okay, my expectation is actually I want to be like no, create a pipelines through the Jenkins. Okay, and then I will be using the Terraform for the infrastructure creation for the cloud project. Okay, so these are my expectation, and like from Jenkins to GitHub, like we'll from coding
that
actually
we will
like
see.
taking the GitHub. So yeah, this is my expectation. Like initial primary explanation is like for the Terraform using, and then Jenkins. Yeah.
So you want to learn Terraform in detail and Jenkins in detail, and with that you can continue with the Docker and Kubernetes. That is fine.
Correct. Yes.
Right. So now, yeah, what are your questions related to the syllabus?
Okay, a syllabus. I don't see anywhere related to the GitHub because now for the code repository, obviously we are using the GitHub. Okay, I don't see the contents related to the
Git
GitHub.
is another tool. See, Git is another tool where you have to understand about local repository and remote repository. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever the code changes that you have made in your local machine into your local repository, that you will push into the remote repository, and from there you will use it. So in between that, I will try to incorporate the Git, not all the commands. See, if I have to discuss about reset, revert, that will be a separate tool for you. Git tool will be a separate tool for you. So here we will discuss about the entire basic minimal concepts of the Git. I'm not saying that I won't tell you about the Git, but basic concepts which are really necessary for our entire course, that we will discuss. It's like an underwater flow, like just like whatever you are seeing on the top there, you are seeing the fine tools like Terraform, Jenkins, Docker, and Kubernetes. Underlyingly, you will go through the Git, but that is not in detail about the Git. Whatever the required commands that you want, that we will cover in these basics, and then we will go into the main concepts. Am I clear?
Okay, so my second question is, okay, I can see the more subtopics under Dockers and Kubernetes, but very few in Jenkins and Terraform. So what is the
No,
plan for this?
that's the main concepts. Those are the main concepts. Those are not a few concepts. If you go through the concepts, Terraform itself will take 10 sessions to complete. Okay.
Okay,
Why?
okay,
Because you need to understand Terraform basics, Terraform functions, Terraform, what I can say, modules. Modules are very important. And then a basic of Terraform enterprise. So that will take somewhere around 10 days. And when you go to the Jenkins, it will take somewhere like 5 hours of session to complete the entire concept,
okay,
where you need to understand what is meant by Jenkins, installing Jenkins, and including the plugins of the Jenkins. And later we need to discuss about something called as Blue Ocean. And then what I can say, we are going to include master and slave architecture. So it is going to take some 5 to 10 hours, not 10 hours, 5 to 6 hours of sessions to complete the Jenkins itself. And when we
okay,
go into the Docker and Kubernetes, it's a wide concept where we are going to include Docker, where we need to discuss about the Kubernetes. In Kubernetes, we have a vast concepts. Okay, so nowadays, what is trending across the entire IT industry is that 4 main tools. One is, I can call it as 3 main tools. One is Terraform, Kubernetes, and Jenkins. In place of Jenkins, now GitHub Actions is getting into the picture, but we are going with the Jenkins concept. So these three are very, very, very important wherever you go. If you go for any interview related to DevOps, they are going to ask you the questions from these 3 topics. So by considering these concepts, you can clearly understand what to do with the interview perspective. So that's why I have included these 3 only. And in-deep analysis of Kubernetes is more required for any interview perspective. And Terraform also you can understand. So whatever the Terraform that I have covered, that I will cover in this session, so you can put 3 to 4 years of experience easily if you are going for an interview point of thing. If you are asking me the question in the interview point of thing, whatever the Terraform knowledge that you are getting here, you can put it somewhere like 3 to 4 years of experience into Terraform. Okay.
okay,
Is your
okay.
questions are answered?
Yes, one more questions. Like, so what are the topics we are covered right over here? Can we implement in the like on-premises or cloud environment?
It's entirely cloud environment, so you need to have a basic understanding towards
Mm-hmm.
AWS. That's a pre-requirement.
Okay. Okay. Currently, I'm
Basics
working
of
as a GCP,
Hmm.
so it's not a problem, right? I'm not using any services in AWS.
No problem. If you have any cloud knowledge, that's more than enough.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine.
But here we are using AWS environment. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
right.
Okay. Fine. Fine. Chetan, thank you.
Yeah. Any further? Come on, guys. I just want to go through your introductions, and then we will go through all the concepts. Yes, Pradeep, tell me.
Hey, hi Chaitanya. Good evening, Pradeep.
Hi, hi. Good
Pradeep this
evening.
side. So
Yeah,
I'll not take much of your time and everyone's. So
yeah,
I'm
fine.
I'm 10 years. I'm having 10 years of experience in delivery. So
Mm-hmm.
I manage multiple jurisdictions, UK and Southeast Asia. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm Oracle certified, but
Okay.
you may listen this as a crazy because
Mm-hmm.
I opted this course because
Mm-hmm.
one of my few site engineers in Spain, UK, even in India. So whenever I need to deploy my release, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm chasing them. Okay, these
Mm-hmm.
orchestration guys, okay. So they
Mm-hmm.
always says they worked in previous nights, so many
Okay.
stuff. Now
Mm,
I wanted to understand what is this because I'm a techie previously, but I have not updated it. So
mm,
what is
mm.
this orchestration? And everyone is talking about this Dockers and Kubernetes containerization. So this
Pretty
is the
well.
only thing, yeah, this is the only thing I'm hearing in my organization. So I just
Mm,
wanted to
mm,
understand first, and at least then I can question them. So because I don't know fundamentals, They say that it takes 4 hours to 5 hours. Then I have to plan my release and my delivery accordingly. Yeah, that's it, Chaitanya. This is what I wanted to understand. Right.
I understand your requirement, brother. Let us first discuss about the things and then go through the main concept so you can get a clarity about what is this orchestration in the basics itself. I will try to make you understand about the things. Okay.
Cool. Thanks,
Yeah.
Chaitanya. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Yeah. Yes, guys. Abhishek. Oh, yeah. Srinath, come on. You
Yeah,
can go
hi
ahead.
Chaitanya. You already know me very much
Yeah,
about
I know
this
you.
session.
Yeah.
So I am from ML background. Okay, I have 9 years of experience in GenAI machine learning. Okay, so I have a knowledge on AWS and all the Docker, Kubernetes, cloud formation, but not in depth. Okay, so my goal is I want to become a full stack developer. Means both developing and deployment. I have to myself. I have to do. This is not. So most of the I have seen multiple courses from DurgaSoft. Okay, so they are teaching these CI/CD tools. They are considering Java as high priority. So I'm a Python guy. So how will you teach and how will you make me to efficiently deploy the ML applications, Chaitanya?
See, here we are going through the Python applications also. I will show you a basic Python application. It is not like we are going with see, basically I'm not a developer, to be very precisely saying you out all those things. I'm not a developer. I'm by field, by choice into system administration. I worked as a system administrator. So whatever you are asking me the question related to Python, so I can show you a basic sample applications how we can configure and deploy that and end-to-end the CI/CD pipelining of that application that I can show you on that. If there is any possibility, I will let you know about how you can create the this is not included into ML. So machine learning is totally a different concepts related to the DevOps thing. Okay, so here we are not going with the machine learning concept, but any which ways, if I have to discuss about the Python, yes, we are going to discuss a basic Python application and in Docker and Kubernetes, and then we will try to deploy end to end. Whatever the CI/CD pipeline that we are using, we can use that, and we will configure the Terraform in the CI/CD itself. That I will try to explain you, but related to the Python, so I don't have any comments on that.
Okay.
You can
No, ML is not
excuse me.
required. I can implement till already fast API, web API. Till that point of I will implement. Just converting image and
That you will
deploying that is only Chaitanya.
that you will understand entire end-to-end process. You will understand how to create an image, how to convert this image into like a container, how
Content.
containers can be managed with the help of Kubernetes, and how this servers will be created, how to automate the server creation with the help of Terraform, and how we can include a CI/CD pipelining in this entire flow. That I will try to explain you in detail when we go into the concepts.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Yeah, thanks.
Right. Yeah. I'm sorry, Abhishek, you are about to tell something. I restricted you.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell me.
it's fine. This is Abhishek. I have almost 10 years of experience in IT sector, and currently I'm working as a Jira administrator from last 7 years. So our Jira application is deploying on VMs, but from last 6 months, our leader want us to move from VM to Kate environment. So we are moving from VM to Kate. So in my team, there is only one guy who know all.
Sorry, Abhishek, your voice is stuck. I think I have some disturbance. I don't have any disturbance from my end.
All the things in
Yeah,
Gate,
Abhishek.
he Gate expert. So AV environment, but we have to move environment. So we have. Can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
Hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So we have learning block also, but I'm not. Whatever he is talking, I'm not understanding about containers, role binding, lot of things. So I just want to learn in such a way that so. If possible, if you can give real not real life example, I think I can say yeah, real life
I
example,
understand.
whatever event happening around us in day-to-day basis and all, so it's possible to let us know or teach us in such a way so that I can relate all the subject content with real life examples.
Yeah, whatever you have asked, I totally understand your requirement. I know there are some
Literally,
techies
I'm
who,
not understanding
yeah,
anything in our training and all.
I totally understand your concern. Okay, so there will be certain techies who will be telling you certain jargons kind of thing. Okay, so there will
Yeah.
be some problematic situation will be there in the offices. I totally understand about that, but don't worry. Here we will be discussing every concept from the scratch, not from like a top end viewing
Not in high
angle.
level
I
and
don't.
all, right?
Okay, so we will be going from the scratch. So don't worry about that. You can understand what I am trying to explain you once we started the actual session. Okay,
Okay,
so
thank
yeah,
you.
if anybody wants to discuss the things, if you have, if you have the same questions, and if you think that the answers has been already given by me, we will start the session. Or else if any people wants to talk anything related to their experiences and their expectations, you can please unmute yourself and talk about that. Why? Because already it is 5:20. We have only 1 hour of session.
Yeah, Chaitanya, just I have a one query. So, will you
Yeah,
cover Camry or a blue deployment in the Kubernetes, right? Will you
blue
cover,
green
right?
deployment, that will be covered. Don't worry. That's simple topic. That's only 20 to not 20, just a 10 minutes topic. It's a blue green deployment or canary based deployments. Those are not very typical type of deployments.
Okay, because I am from the DevOps background, right? But exactly, I am
Mm-hmm.
not confident in the scripting, right? To
Mm.
create maybe any CI/CD pipeline, right? I think maybe we need a maybe
That
basic knowledge of the scripting, right? Language, or maybe how to
Mhm.
create the pipeline.
Mhm. That we will
So,
discuss about the things. No,
and
don't worry about
you will
that.
cover, right? All the
Yeah, yeah.
okay, okay, thank you.
I will try to cover all those things. Don't worry. That's it. Can I start the main concepts? Is there anybody
Yeah,
wants
yes,
to
please.
ask anything? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Bhageshri, do you want to tell anything? You just unmuted
I
yourself.
want to ask about the
Hmm.
timings of the session. Sure.
That we will talk at the end of the session. It will be 1.5 hour of sessions, like 4:30 to 6 o'clock, most probably. I'm thinking of that timing,
On
or
the
else
evening?
in the evening, 4:30 to 6 o'clock IST. I will give you a clarity on what will be the timings so that you can join into the sessions. Am I clear?
Okay, and can you please tell us the syllabus of the whole?
Everything we will discuss. Everything we will discuss. As of this is a first demo. Just let me introduce you to the tools, and then we will discuss about the syllabus, and I will provide you the timings and everything, not only related to the your questionnaire, but also I just want to tell you about the concept. So once I have completed the concept, then we will discuss about these things in detail. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Fine. Okay, guys, now let's get started with the concept of let's get into the world of Docker and Kubernetes. Before I go into this, so welcome you all. Okay, so everyone in this particular session, everyone will be using the Zomato, right? So why actually we have to start with Jenkins, Terraform, Docker, and Kubernetes. Why he started with the Zomato kind of thing. Okay, so now first of all, let me go through the point. So now there is a person, for example, I am a foodie. So I want to eat some burger. So for that, what I will do, I cannot prepare it by myself. So I have to order it from my order it for certain restaurant, either it might be McDonald's or else some any another restaurant. So what I will do, I will open the Zomato app. Okay, I will open the Zomato app in my mobile, and I will try to order it. When I open the Zomato app in my mobile or else Swiggy app in my mobile, the request will be going to one particular location. Whatever the request that I have made, the request will be going to one location. To where it is going, whether it is going to any particular client machine or else to any laptop. So when you open the Zomato app or else YouTube, is one person is sending to everyone from their laptop, or else, which means that is there any person, a Zomato guy, a Zomato software developer who is going to give you the response? No. Or else who is going to give you the food? No. So actually what happens whenever we open the application, this application will be running in the so many servers. This application will be running like there will be a data center. Inside the data center, you will have your application created. Now this data center will be responding to so many number of users. But for example, if that particular server, whatever, wherever the server you have installed, or else wherever your application is installed, either it might be in a single server or else in a multiple servers within the data center. So now what happens, suddenly the load is increased. For example, let me take the time period from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So at that particular point of time, what happens, so many number of users will be logging into your Zomato application, and they will be placing the orders. They will be placing the food orders. At that particular point of time, the number of servers or else number of computers that I am right now using is not sufficient for me. So I want to increase the number of servers instantly. Okay, number of servers instantly. Is that possible? So that is something difficult. See, that is the last line which I have mentioned here. But what happens when 1 million people open the app at a time? So at a time, if they open the application from all over the India and try to order the food, for example, in Zomato, there is a sale that will start at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and that will end by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And the sale is like order any item, n number of items also, we will give it only for 99 rupees. So this is the order set by Zomato, and they have given the time frame. So just imagine what will be the load on the servers. You tell me, for example, if I give you an offer, or else if I tell you that this particular course, whatever the course that you are enrolling, this course is only for 99 rupees. N number of people can join. If I say that, what will be the number of people who will be attending to this session? Just like how many number of people will be accessing your application. So is there any chance that the servers will sustain for that much amount of load? Is it possible? Come on guys, speak out.
No, sir.
No. So I need to instantly, like Zomato, I need to instantly increase the number of servers. So see here, let's take that as an example. During lunchtime, 1 lakh people in different cities open the app together. If only one computer in the sense server is handling the request, it will crash down. So when it goes down, or else when the application is crashed, then what happens? People cannot place the orders and the reputation for that application will be lost, and the Zomato application will be down and they will not get any money. So obviously, finally losses will be there. So that's why what I don't want to create the application just on a single server. I need to scale up the servers, or else scaling up the servers obviously is going to take a lot of time. Scaling up the servers in the sense, I want to increase more number of servers. If I want to increase more number of servers, definitely it is going to take time. Why? Because in the servers we need to install the application and then we need to provide the access for that. So it is going to take lots of time. So I don't want to use the servers. I want to go with the simplest manner. Why? Because if I have to create the server, I need to create the environment, I need to install the application, I need to run the application. At least it will take hardly 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, the rest of the servers will go down. For example, let me take an example. There is an sale in a mart. Okay, a watch mart is there where you will sell the watches. Okay, in that you have given an offer like 99 rupees. We will give any watch for the cost of 99 rupees. So now there is only a single, what I can say, single salesman is there in that particular showroom. So now if I put any sale like 99 rupees, you can get any watch like Fast Track or else Titan, like any watch. You pick the watch that will be only for 99 rupees. So now particular shop, it will be huge. So single person cannot manage that. If I want to hire any another person, obviously I can hire the person, but what happened, I have to provide the training for that person, how to see the price, how to see the, how to respond to the customer, how to attract the customer, every single thing I have to train for him. So that will take minimum 1 hour of time. So within this 1 hour, huge amount of crowd will be there in the shop, and obviously one salesperson cannot handle all the crowd. So what I have to do? So then there comes the main concept. So similarly, so how we are going to do that? We will be getting a person. We are not going to give much training for him. We don't want to give the entire salesperson training. Just come 2 minutes, we are going to say him, whenever the customers comes to you, just say that this is what the watch is all about. If you want, you can purchase it for 99 rupees. Purchase it and leave. So this is the this is the statement that I am giving for my salesperson. So what these salespersons are going to do, they are going to repeat the same. So within 2 minutes, I can do that simplest way. So in the same manner, I want to run the application. I don't want the entire operating system. I don't want all the utilities. I don't want entire environment. I want only an application to be running. So I don't want to install the operating system. I want the application and its dependencies. So that can create a container, and this containers will be running in the Docker. So don't worry. So we are slowly getting into the Docker concept. What is meant by Docker? Docker is just an application which will carry the containers. Now, what is a container? So especially when I am talking about the containers, there is a lot of things that we need to cover, but we will cover those things. But before that, let me show you an example so that you can clearly understand the topic. So how many people are here like in the manager position, or else how many people are there like some 8 years of background? So there are so many people, right? So now, for example, if you are hosting a party, okay, if you are hosting a party in your home, you said to your friends that you can come to my home and I will cook some food for you, and we can have certain what I can say enjoyment, or also we will have certain party from this time to this time. You said that. So when your friend came to your home, whenever your friend came to your home, you cooked the food, and you what I can say, you have given that a party, you thrown a party, and you have given the food to your friends, and everything is going good. So your friends like that food very, very, and that the food is very tasty, and they asked you for a recipe. What is the recipe of the food? Okay, what is the recipe of the food? You said the recipe. Your friend noted down very clearly, and he went to his home. So whoever are the friends are there, they went to their home and they started cooking the food. So now when they started cooking the food, whatever the recipe that you have said, in those recipes certain items will be missing. Not only that, the proper taste, if you say that you need to add some pinch of salt, he might be adding some spoons of salt into the food. So the taste will be different. Whatever you have made, when your friend is trying, the taste becomes different. So your friend will call you and say that you said something, I tried something, but it is not working in my home. What have you done? So he might be calling you. But apart from this, what you can do, okay, don't worry about that. I will cook the food for you. I will provide entire recipes in the box, how much amount of items that you have to add, everything in a box. And I will give the box to you, and I will write down the recipe for you in that box so that you can cook the entire food. And as well as I am giving you a sample amount of that particular food. If you say that, your friend will be very happy. Why? Because you are adding the quantities, and as well as you are adding the recipes. So in the same manner, what is going to happen? Docker is not about sharing the recipe, which means sharing the recipe. It is all about setting up the entire environment. Inside the Docker container, you are going to set up the entire environment. How? In the same manner. So you are going to get this particular thing. You will be hearing about this thing. It is working in my laptop. Whenever you created an application, whoever are the Java developers, whoever are the Python developers, so the developers will say repeatedly, they'll say this word, it is working in my laptop, it is not working in your laptop. There might be a problem with your laptop. Of course, there will be the problem with the another laptop or else another server. So the main reason is, whenever the developer is developing the application, he might be developing on whatever the requirements that he want, he can install in his laptop. Okay, in his laptop, he can install whatever he wants. For example, I want to create an application, Python 3 point some X version, or else I want to create an application in Java 17, Java 22 version. You can generate it. But when it goes to the server, or else to any another laptop, there he will mention that this particular application is not working in my laptop. Why? Because he might be using Java 11. Java 11 installed in his laptop, or else Python 2 point some X version will be installed in his laptop. So, or else node version will be different. So that's why what happens, the application which is running in your laptop will not be properly working in his laptop. So that's the main concept called as it works on my laptop but not yours. So this problem will be this problem will be removed with the help of containerization. So here you can see different environment, missing softwares and version issues. Why you are going to get these kind of problem? Because you might be running the application in Windows 11, the other person will be running the application in Windows 10. The environments will differ, the software versions will be different, so there will be missing software elements will be there. So all this will make the application not run in the another computer or server. So to overcome this problem, what we are going to do, we are going to pack that entire application, whatever the application code is there, we are going to generate the build, or else we will generate the application code and build it inside the container. Whatever the necessary softwares are required to run that application, we are going to do that. So after running that application, what I can do, I can create a container and I can run the container anywhere. Okay, so that the code will works anywhere in the entire application. I mean anywhere in the computers, either it might be my computer, or else it might be a server, or else it might be another computer, it doesn't matter. So wherever you want to run the code, with the help of containers in the form of engine, or else in the form of Docker engine, and with the help of Docker images, you can generate the application. Sir, it's quite difficult for me to understand the concept. Okay, let me tell you one thing. I will small example so that you will clearly understand this very easily. So I will go with a Java application. So right now I am having Java version is 17, which is running on my computer. Okay, which is running on my laptop, that is Java version 17. Okay, so now what I can do here is I will try to run the Docker application. Inside the Docker application, I am having a container which is running. So this container will be running on a version called as Java 11. So it doesn't have any impact on my computer. For example, let me show you. What I can do here is I will go to my GitHub. Here you can see this is my multi-stage Docker file, or else Java application. Let me go back to the Java application. Here you can see in the source main file, or else in the pom.xml, Java developers, is there any Java developer is there? Is any Java developer is there? Guys, no Java developer. Interesting. Okay, no problem. So here you can see I have written this code which should be running on the Java version 11. But in my computer, I have the code, or else I have the application installed. Java application is installed on the version 17. So now what I can do, simply what I will do here is I will download this particular application. I have downloaded that particular repo, and now let me extract it. Okay, simply I have extracted this particular repo, and here you can see there is source file, and I'm having the Docker file. So what is this Docker file? Whatever the source code is there, this source code will be converted in the form of what I said, So whatever you want, you can convert that source code into an application format, and you can run the application directly on the container. I just want to show you that. So to show you, let me go to the CMD. I don't want to waste your time, and as well as I don't want to confuse you here, but I'm just giving you a small demo on how I can use this application within short span of time, how I can run this application in the multiple environments without any fail. So what I can do, Docker build -t Java, or also I will call it as instant app version 1 and dot. So now here you can see it is going to build the entire application. So it is installing the OpenJDK 11 and Maven and then the image will be generated. What is this new process? You will come to know when we go into the Docker. You will really come to know about what is this application and how we are going to convert this particular source code into an image format, and how we can run the application in a simple manner. Not only that, I just want to move this image, or else I want to send this image from my local machine to some another machine. So for that, what I will do, it will generate the image for you. So here I will install an AWS server. I will run an AWS server. In my AWS environment, I am running an AWS server for you. Okay. Look at here. Already we have a server here. I don't want to create another one. So I will copy this. Let me log on to the server. I will tell you about each and everything. Don't worry about that. Just look at the demo so that you will understand what is this Docker and Kubernetes is all about. How simple it is. Okay. Now you need to tell me what voice is audible. Is there any breakage you are finding? Are you finding any disturbance in my voice?
Yes,
No.
sir.
Guys, are you? Okay. Am I audible clearly?
Yes.
Okay. I am installing Docker on my server. Don't worry, I will tell you the steps when we go into the Docker concept. But I just want to show you what is my current requirement is that I want to tell you whenever the application is created in the user's computer, the application will be running in his computer and as well as in the server also. That is my motto. So why we want the Docker containers, why we want the Kubernetes, actually that I want to tell you. So first, if I show you that, you will try to understand, okay, this is the reason why we are going for the Docker containers. So if you understand that, that's more than enough for me. So now let me check here. Okay, it is installing Java. 1 second, guys. Okay, here you can see the Docker is installed. So now Docker PS, I installed my Docker in my server, whatever the AWS server that I have shown you. So here I am generating an image. How I am generating this image? Whatever the source code is there, from the source code, so whatever the requirements, so the requirements for running that application is Java is required, Maven is required. So I'm installing those two things first, and later I will convert that source code into an build, okay, into a jar file, and then I will run that application inside the container that you will see. Okay, so hold on. Okay. So before I go into the thing, what did you understand from this entire, like what are the concepts that we have discussed up to now? Not very big concept that we discussed. We discussed a very small one-line concept. Can anybody tell me about that concept in a single line, what we have discussed up to now? Can anybody discuss about the concept that we have discussed up to now in a single line? Madhu? Madhu is there?
Chaitanya, basically, this is an environment that it's an isolated environment to run your application. So we install the dependencies, and we create all those commands, and we basically have it in a version which we can transfer it to other users or any other computer server.
That's absolutely correct. Whatever we have discussed up to now, it's an isolated, not isolated environment, but an isolated layer of your operating system only. Okay. Anyways, we will have an in detailed analysis of that when we go into the main concept of Docker. So see here, what I'm trying to do. Here it is generating an Maven package, and then we can run the application within a simple step. It will be completed. Just hold on a second. Okay. Any another person, can you please share your thoughts on what we have discussed until now? Thanks, Prakash. I think Prakash is the one who has discussed about this thing. Okay. So any another person like Abhishek or else, who else is there? Srinath. So can you tell me what we have discussed up to now? Is Abhishek is there? Or else any person. It's not like I'm forcing you to tell the things, but whatever you have understanding, what is your understanding towards the concept up to now? Just let me know about that. Nobody didn't understand anything. At least say me that, sir, we did not understand the concept what you have explained, so that I will try to explain you the concept again. I don't have any problem with that.
Hello. Yeah, sorry. I
Yeah.
not understood very clearly.
Okay, fine. See, one thing that I want to add for you, I mean, let me ask you a question. Have you ever faced this particular scenario that some people is saying whatever the application that you have created is not working in my laptop? Have you ever faced that kind of scenario or situation?
No,
Yes.
since I said that I'm
Yes,
Jira admin,
Chaitanya,
so
we
I am.
always face that.
Yeah, that's absolutely the thing that I am discussing. So what I'm trying to explain you here is, in certain laptops or also in certain computers, whatever the application that you have developed, so the developer will develop the application in his own environment. Okay, in his laptop, whatever the source code that I have created, that is relevant to my laptop. So in my laptop, I might be installing the highest version of the application, Java application or any Python application like that. So now in my laptop, that application might be working. When I move this application or else when I give this application to my other users or else the other persons or else the other software engineers, they might be saying that this application is not working in my laptop, or else the system administrators will simply say that in the server the application is not working. Okay, why? Because you created this application in your laptop, which is a updated version. For example, this is your laptop. Inside this laptop, you created this application, and this application will be running with the updated version like Java 17 or else any another version, updated version. Now, when you go back to the server, inside the server, this particular application will not be properly working. Why? Because in the server, they might be running the application on the Java 11. So which is a old version, or else Java 8, which is a version. In this particular server, it might not be running. So to overcome this problem, what we are doing, we are packing the entire application in the form of a container, and this container is an isolated environment in your operating system. So just like how I have shown you in the simple example when I am discussing about this thing. So when you are preparing the food is not working. Okay, this is the perfect example for what I am trying to explain you. Whatever the recipe that you have created, that might be tasting good in your home, but when you give it the same to your friend, it might not working fine for him. Why? Because the cooking preparation will be different. Okay, in the same manner, here also the application might work in your laptop very fine, but when it goes to the other laptop or also any another servers, it might not work. So the main reason is that because of the different environments, or else they might be missing softwares. This is the main reason. So I don't want to miss those softwares. So for that, I am creating an isolated called as Docker. On the top of that, I am creating the containers. So these containers will be run anywhere in any system. So now if you can see here, the Docker containers are, so here I can see, I can tell you the image is generated. So whatever the image that we have created, the image is generated. and the image name is instant app version 1. When I create the container and run the container in my computer, so let me do one thing: docker run -itd java -p. You will come to know about all these things. Don't worry about the concept. We will discuss about this very in detail about each and every switch also. Don't worry about that, but just see here, instant java -p docker run. Okay, instant app version 1. So I just created a container here. So here you can see docker ps. Our container is running. So what is the container name? Java. So now if you can check out this in my browser, localhost 5600, I am able to access that particular application. So look at here. See, this is the application which I got from where? From this container. If I stop the container, what is going to happen? Docker stop Java. So here I am not talking about the Docker. Here I am not talking about the containers. Here I am not talking about any precise application. Here I am just giving a glimpse that so the application might be running in my laptop, but it might not running in the another laptop. How we can resolve this issue with the help of a container? Just I am giving a demo about that. Okay, the applications can run anywhere in any environment if we are using the containers. That is my main motto of discussing these things. So when I stop the container, I will not get the application. Look at this, localhost 5600. So what is this 600? I will tell you. But if you can see, which means that the application is coming from this particular container. So when I restart the container again the application will be available for me. Okay. Again, the application is available for me. So now what I want to do, I want to push this, whatever the image that I have created, instant app version 1, I want to push it into my Docker Hub. From there, I want to run it on my server. So where is the server created? The server is created in the America location. Where I am sitting right now, I am sitting in my India location. In my laptop, I am working. Now I want to push this entire application, entire image from India to US. So how I can do that? Simply Docker tag instant app version 1 Chaitanya Manikumar / instant app version 1 and docker push. You will come to know about this docker push commands and all the things. So just stay with me about the concept. I did something. Just imagine that he did something. So where we will be understanding by when we go the Docker and Kubernetes. But whatever I have discussed now, it is saying that I just want to explain you that whatever the applications that you are having might be the domain of telling you about this example. Apart from this, you don't need to worry about what we are discussing and all the things. Okay, just to focus on what I am doing here. Later, when we go into the topic, you will get a clarity about what is this containers, what is meant by or what is meant by Kubernetes. And hold on. In which ways it is taking lots of time. Okay, no problem. So docker run -itd. The same application I am having in my Docker server --name Java app. This is the name of the container which I want to create, and -p 5600 :5600 and with the image Chaitanya Manikumar / okay Java app version 1. So 1 second, please. Docker login. I send you Chaitanya Manikumar. Unable to find the image Chaitanya Manikumar. Java app version 1 locally. One second, guys. Docker run -itd-name web app nginx. Okay, it is pulling from the nginx. Let me do one thing. 1 second. Docker.com. Don't worry about these things. So the point is how we can create the same application in multiple environments without changing the complete environment of your application. So that's my motto to tell you about this concept. So hold on. Okay, so here Java app is this. Version 1. Manifest unknown. Docker run. I think is okay. Is it a private repository or public repository? It's a public repository. Java app is fine. Let me do one thing. Docker pull Java app version 1. Manifest for Chaitanya Manikumar not found. Manifest unknown. Manifest unknown. It is saying manifest unknown. Okay, sorry, my fault. It's version 11. That's why it is saying that manifest unknown. So here you can see version 11 is there. 1 second. Okay. So now when you run the application, what is going to happen? Version 11. Okay. So it will be working out in that particular fashion. So let me go with this configuration Java app version 11. So here you can see Docker PS. We have the application running. So what is happening here when you see, I am able to access the same application in my server also. On my server also, I'm able to access this. Please try to access this application from your end also. I am giving you this particular URL. I'm giving you the URL in your chat box. Try to access the URL and let me know, are you able to access the application or not? I have given a URL to you. Please try to access that application and tell me, are you able to access the application or not?
Yes, sir, I am able to access.
You are able to access. So who else are able to access the application? Everyone will be able to access the application. Now what happened here? Try to understand the concept step by step. Now I am a developer. Okay, I am a developer. Now I created a Java application and I pushed this Java application into my GitHub repository. I have a GitHub repository over here. I push this Java application. Okay, so this is my developer machine. And I push the Java application into my Git repository. And from the Git repository, what I have done, I pulled this Java application into another server into another mission. I converted that application.
Sir, your voice too much breaking.
1 second. Am I audible now? Hello? Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I audible now?
You're audible.
At least tell me, am I audible or not?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you are
So this
audible.
is my client mission 2.
Yes, yes, you are
Thank
audible.
you. This is my Thank you. This is my another client mission. From this GitHub, I pulled that code into my another client mission. Here, I converted whatever the code that I have pulled from the GitHub into a format of Docker image. Into the form of Docker image. And this Docker image is pushed back into the Docker Hub. And this Docker image is pushed back into the Docker Hub. And from here, what is happening? So this is my Docker Hub. So from here, we are pulling the image again back onto my server, which I created in the AWS environment. So I am pulling this particular image, or else I am creating a container inside this server where I am running my application. So inside the server, the application is running. Now this application is accessed across the world. I think there are the people who might be working from UK. There are the people who might be working from India, and there are the people who might be working from across the world. Are you able to access the server? Are you able to access the application? Are you finding any difficulty while accessing the application? It's a simple application. So across the world, each and every person is able to access the application. So this is the main reason why we are going for the Docker itself, why we are going for the containers. So now if you can see what happened here, the developer used some X device. Okay, the developer has used some X computer or else some X, what I can say, laptop, and he has built the application. And when he pushed the application into GitHub, there is some another person who has pulled that application into his particular laptop and converted the application into a Docker image format. And from there, he pushed into the Docker Hub, and it is pushed into another environment, Linux environment, where that application is accessible by each and every person across the world for whom I have granted the access. So here, do you find any difficulty? Whoever are the developers, you have to give me the answer for this question. Whoever are the developers that are joined into this session, please tell me, is it that simple for you? Right now, you have seen an application is moved from one location to multiple location without any problem. Is it the same way when you are going with normal procedure, manual procedure? Do you understand my question?
Yeah, it's not that much easy, at least as a delivery guy, if I see in a manual process. We need to ensure the versions should be same in dev environment and production, everything kind of.
Yeah, it's a very tricky concept of delivering the content or else delivering the application for the clients. Okay, in your environment, see, if you understand the SDLC process, it will be very, very easy for you to understand the entire concept of what is happening in the application level. See, what happens, you know about this delivery process, right? So every person, whoever are the software engineers, at least for the software engineers, or else at least the people who doesn't know what is the process actually. So there will be a client. Of course, it is not comes under our part, but at least let me explain you about this. There will be a non-IT sector guy who will be approaching you. For example, there is a banking team. This banking team people will come to the IT industry. They will come to the IT industry, and I mean IT people, they will ask that I want to, I mean, for my customers, I want to create an application. So I don't have any knowledge on IT. So I approached you. So you create an application for me? So then this development people or else the IT people, there will be development team. Okay, there will be development team who is going to get all the details. Okay, and there will be testing team, okay, who will be testing the entire application, and there will be production guys or else the delivery guys. Okay, so now what is going to happen here? These developers will tell that, okay, we will try to create the application for you. So then they will ask certain questions, which type of application you want, what are the different modules, or also which kind of what I can say, which kind of application that you want, or else what are the different application, different modules that you want, everything, login format, everything they will ask, and they will ask about the application. So now what happened? Okay, we will develop the Java application without intimating to the this delivery persons, or also with this what I can say, system administrators. They will say that, okay, we have the higher knowledge of Java, we will generate the application on Java 17, or else latest is Java 22. We will write the code in Java 22 as you are requesting for the upgraded versions. We will generate the application. So these developers will generate the application in Java 22, and they will be having NPM or else Node Package Manager. So they will develop the applications, and they will use the databases, which kind of databases they are going to tell. We will work with the Postgres databases, or else we will give you MySQL type of databases. So whatever the user requirement is there, client requirement is there. So actually the developers doesn't have the understanding towards the infrastructure. Sorry if anybody are getting triggered about these words, but the point is they need to have a basic understanding about what is the applications, what is the current server scenario. So as a developer, I mean, as a content delivery person, I am also into the content delivery, I am also into the DevOps, so I know the pain. So the developers will simply say that we will generate the application on this particular level. So they will generate it. So from their end, that is not a problem. But when they delivery persons, or else the content delivery persons, the application delivery person, now there comes the problem. Actually, here you will have the servers. The servers might be running the applications which are related to Java 11. The servers might have the application that will be running on different version of software packages. Now when they give the latest version, here what is going to happen? That version will not run properly. You are going to face a lot of issue. Then this delivery person, or else the development package that you have given, this package is not running. This package is not running on the server. Why? Because in the server already we are running the application related to Java 8 or Java 11 with a different version of Node, or else different what I can say, different version of Python. So with the downgrading the level, so the developers will not accept it. Developer will say that no, the client asked for Java 22 only, you have to run the application at any cost. So here main problem will be faced by the person who is handling the server. I might know that there are certain people who will be very happy about saying these words, and there will be the people who will be very angry on me while I am saying about the developers, but that's the truth. So actually in the IT industry, what is happening? There will be the developers who is developing the code, and they will give it to the server handling person. The server handling person, whoever are the system administrators or the delivery content delivery managers, they will find difficulty when they want to deploy the application. To overcome all these problems, whatever right now I have discussed, we are going with a concept called as Docker and Kubernetes. Do you understand the concept here? Why we are going for the Docker and Kubernetes? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes,
is it
sir.
clear?
Yes, Chaitanya,
Yes, sir.
basics, it's clear, I think.
We will go through the concept. Once you are capable of understanding the things, we will slowly go into this. Now, from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start a discussion on Terraform. So now what is meant by Terraform? Okay. I am not directly going on to the Docker and Kubernetes. First of all, you need to understand Terraform. What is this Terraform? Terraform is an automated infrastructure provider. Okay. So if you want to create the servers, you don't need to go manually and clicking next and creating the servers. You don't need to do all those things. Terraform will look after the things. So we will discuss about the Terraform. and then we will discuss about Docker and Kubernetes. And then we will discuss about the Jenkins. These are the concepts that we are going to discuss in the upcoming sessions. But starting, we will discuss about the Terraform, which is a very important tool. Don't miss that concept. And later, we will go with the Docker and Kubernetes and then Jenkins. So you can go through the syllabus, whatever I have given in the DURGASOFT website. You can go through that. That is the syllabus that we are going to discuss. And then we will be discussing about this sessions will be 40 days of sessions. And then what else you want? Timings. Timings will be 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. 6 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. And then with the help of this course, what are the certifications that I can do? Certified Kubernetes Administrator certifications you can complete. Okay, that is very, very, very highly demanded certification in the current scenario, in the current situation. The most demanded certification is Certified Kubernetes Administrator. So you can go through that. And if you want to do any Terraform related certification also, you can do that. And by completing this course, how many years of experience that I can put into Terraform, Docker and Kubernetes and Jenkins? You can put up to Jenkins. You can put up to 3 to 4 years of experience. That is also I'm telling you. Okay, I cannot tell this openly, but I'm just giving a glimpse for you. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Can you change the timing, because the 4:30 is too much early? Possible to 5:30 or after 5:30?
No, actually, my timings. Actually, right now I have a session at 6 o'clock. I need to complete the Docker and Kubernetes for the other guys. At 6 o'clock, I have another session. So that's why I'm going with the 4:30. I thought of going with 4 o'clock, but any which ways, let us go with the 4:30 of the time. So I'm going with 4:30.
Okay, one question. Where I can access the recordings? So is there any dashboard to access the recordings, or how it will be? Like
they will share directly with your Google Drive.
Google Drive. Okay.
Yeah.
So no dashboard and all, right?
You don't require any dashboard. They will directly share the whatever the recordings that we have discussed. Every recording will be shared with your Google Drive.
What is the timeline? Like when it will be, when they will share after the class session completes?
After the session itself. After the session.
Oh.
If you want to check out the session will be, the demo sessions will be available in YouTube. But whatever after 3 demos, when everybody are enrolled, so then we can go through the sessions. The sessions will be uploaded every day and directly through your to your Google Drive.
Okay.
Right.
Chaitanya, what is the prerequisites for this learning? Like any tech background, anything we need?
Sorry, Pradeep, I missed you. Can you come over again?
Is there any prerequisites to learn this Docker and Jenkins? Do I need to know something, like, for example, when I learn Java, okay, good, great to hear. Okay.
You need to have a basic understanding about AWS.
Okay.
That is the requirement. Apart from that, you don't have any further requirement. That AWS is also for understanding the Terraform concept. Why? Because we are going to create the entire infrastructure based on the AWS only with the help of Terraform. So for that, you need to have the basic understanding about AWS.
Okay. So then the further question, sorry to interrupt. So we use Azure. We are use Azure for Southeast Asia. We use AWS for UK region and Europe region. So I hope Docker and K8 like Kubernetes can be used in Azure also, right? But you are not covering that in this course.
Yeah, you can use that in Azure. See, you are having Azure Kubernetes service, AKS. Okay, if you want the managed Azure Kubernetes, you can create it. Okay, if you want your own customized Kubernetes, like with the help of KOps, KubeAdmin, you can create our own cluster. And one more thing, guys, here I am not going to tell you in the developer level perspective of saying you the entire Kubernetes in Minikube. If you are expecting that, this is not the session to join. Why? Because when you go to the companies, in the companies, you are going to use big clusters. Okay, there will be more number of servers. So we have to deploy the servers. You need to understand how we can deploy the servers on the on-premises environment, or else if we are using AWS, how to create the cluster, or else how we can use the managed EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service, or else AKS, Azure Kubernetes Service. So you need to understand that. So don't expect that we are going with a simple concept of Minikube and explaining you all the concepts of the Kubernetes. We are going in a wide, like really in the production grade, how you are going to work. We will see about those configurations. Okay.
Chaitanya, just following up on the last question that was asked, I wanted to know, because you're all just going to work around AWS, there's still some concepts like container environment and all those container applications that you can create on Azure. So just I was facing some difficulties there. So will there be any doubt session or something that at least I can ask, or like doubts also?
Yeah, you can ask me, no problem. That's fine. We don't like every day. Once we have completed the concept, once we have completed the session, you can ask me the doubts. Or else if you have any doubts related in the demos itself, you can ask me right away. So there is no doubt session for that. You can ask me right away.
But
okay.
These would be around Azure. So will that be okay?
What is there? It might be you will be, see, in Azure also you will be creating the servers, right? You will be creating the Ubuntu servers only. In AWS also Ubuntu servers only, no?
Right. But there's few more things I just wanted to understand with you, maybe sometime. No problem, sir. That's okay. I think container apps environment and container instances, they have like separate services for that. So how to use that, or maybe something.
You are talking about the managed Kubernetes, managed services that is related to AWS is different, Azure is different. That is what your thought process is all about. Okay.
Right.
Here we are not going with the managed services. Okay, managed services are very easy. Okay, it's not about the managed services. If you are given with a Kubernetes cluster, are you able to create the instances? Are you able to create the containers? Are you able to create the images? How you are going to manage those containers? It is all about that. Okay. If you are talking about the managed services, it will be very simple. We will discuss about those things also. Don't worry. I cannot give you all the false promises, but whatever I can cover, I will tell you in detail.
No problem. So I was actually trying to deploy this Docker Compose, which I think you will cover in the future lectures. So I was trying to use this Azure Container Apps environment. So that was one of the things to do, but I just want to learn with you how to first go with the basics. So maybe later on we can have this talk. Thank you so much.
That we will discuss. Any which ways, when we going into the Docker and Kubernetes, you will understand the concept of how to create the containers, how to create the images. But basically, first we will starting with the Terraform. From tomorrow, we will start with the Terraform, and then we will go ahead into the Docker, and then finally Jenkins. So at the time of Docker and Kubernetes, you will understand how to deploy the containers, how to create the containerized platforms. Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
Chaitanya, have you covered the Packer as well? With
Packer
Docker,
is simple tool that will be covered.
Yeah,
that is in the
Terraform.
Terraform. Yeah, it's very simple concept.
And Helm chart.
Helm charts that you will cover, that we will cover in the Kubernetes.
Okay, okay, sure.
You will have the Helm charts, you will have STO service mesh, you will have the custom resource definitions like CRDs. We will cover all those things. Those are the basics.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Right. Anything else, guys? Don't worry about today's session. Yeah.
Yes, this is Malaysia. Yeah, actually I'm a Kafka administrator. Just I would like to know understand how to deploy that conflict Kafka on Kubernetes, like using helm charts and conflict operator. That's all I need to understand.
You will come to get all those knowledge once we go into the Docker and Kubernetes. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. So go through the syllabus once. If you go through the syllabus, you will understand what are the things that we are going to cover in the entire session. So the syllabus might be very vast, but that is very simple for you to understand. Once you join into the Terraform, Docker and Kubernetes session, it will be very easy for you to understand. Okay.
Yeah, actually, but for myself, the conflict operator and helm charts is more important for me.
That we will discuss.
Yeah. If it is not in the syllabus, can you please add one or two sessions?
that is what that will be there in the syllabus. That is really necessary. Helm charts are very necessary for us to complete the Kubernetes. Helm charts will be there. Okay.
Thanks.
Right. Okay, guys, I hope everything is clear from my end. So anyways, which we will be tomorrow, we will be discussing about the basic concept of Terraform, and then we will be diving into the main concepts of Terraform basic, Terraform functions, Packer, and Terraform enterprise, and Terraform modules. So once we complete that, then we will go into the Docker and Kubernetes, and finally we will discuss about the Jenkins and create a CI/CD pipelining tool. Let us create a project based on might be Java project or else might be an Python project also. I can create both the things, and I will show you how we are going to work with the Docker and Kubernetes, how the Terraform will be included into the Jenkins, and finally how we can monitor those things with the help of Jenkins. So that's it from my end. So tomorrow we will meet and discuss. Don't miss tomorrow's session. From tomorrow onwards, your actual sessions will be started. So have a nice day and bye-bye. And I think Bhagyashree, I hope that your questions are answered, whatever you have asked me the questions.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Thanks all. We'll meet in the tomorrow's session. If you have anything else to talk, you can discuss about that, or else we'll discuss for today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.